Hey Darcy, this is Philip. Nice to meet you. I really enjoyed listening and watching your video on the discussion board topic of solution focused brief therapy or narrative therapy. I like how you really just explained all the details of it. You first started out with the meaning of postmodern therapy, which those two therapies are in that category. You said that person's reality is shaped by what they have experienced in life, socially and culturally. You also mentioned difficulties are considered real in group consensus if two or more people are present, that the problem actually exists. And that makes sense because people can actually make things up in their own mind. That's what hypochondriacs do. But having two or three witnesses that actually see that behavior will actually tell you that it's real. So yeah, you also mentioned both are in a not knowing stance. Clients are the expert of their own lives, knows what's best for them. Therapist is the facilitator, and the client is the expert and executive decision maker. They are responsible for their own lives. That goes with the scripture talking about working out your own salvation through fear and trembling, and that's in Philippians 2:12. So yeah, also you mentioned if it works, don't change it. If it does not work, change it, and be mindful of what does work. That is a working relationship, which is with the therapeutic relationship. And trying to figure out what works and what don't work, and grow from there. Narrative theme: person is not the problem. The problem, therefore, is the problem. And it's just like sin is the problem, not people. We tend to label people, and that's inappropriate. So you also mentioned both are optimistic. Therefore, clients are able to change their current circumstances. Building resilience. Resilience means recover quickly. Get back up. It's very simple. Just don't lay in the mess, but just grow from it and get back up and learn from those mistakes. In the Christian worldview, you mentioned Romans 5:1-5 in the SFBT model. Mistakes are opportunities to learn and grow from them. I added with your thoughts, in any circumstances, how we respond is very important. Whether we become bitter or better. For the narrative, you mentioned life and death are in the power of tongue. I love that scripture. I'll add to that in Revelations 12. It talks about here's what Revelations 12:11 says: and they have conquered him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and for they have not they love not their lives even unto death. And that's really just talking about the enemy within that context, but can relate to us as well. How we can conquer anything and overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony, which is kind of narrative. I like 1 Corinthians 13 as well. Just getting to know who He is allows you to know who you are. But I'll read this really cool from the Jewish Voice. it explains those two parts. Overcoming by the blood of the Lamb. Yahshua is our perfect Passover Lamb. He alone has accomplished the work for us. Yet we must apply the blood of the Lamb to the doorposts of our hearts and lives to overcome. Overcoming by the word of our testimony, we overcome by the faithful commitment to God and by declaring His goodness in our lives. We are even willing to declare that we will not waver from our faith in Yahshua during trials, tribulations, or even in the face of death. And that relates well with Romans 5 that you mentioned. But yeah, thank you for your insights to this topic. I learned a lot. I wouldn't change anything. It's the only limitations that I see in that's important to go with what you said was the clients being able to listen to them and not put our own values toward them that could hinder the relationship and their effective treatment outcomes. All right, thank you. Have a great day.